themselves to. The first is about the statement which was made by the Chief Justice, Justice Dollo, which is raising our concern. He said that lawyers should stop putting pressure to the judges to grant bail to their clients. There have also been statements made by General Museveni about denying bail to the accused, especially those accused of political offenses. The political legal statement made by the Chief Justice seeks to implement Museveni's directive, and in our view, it is so unfortunate being pronounced by the Chief Justice himself. The Freedom Party is well aware that application for bail is a right, and in some circumstances, there is also mandatory bail, which is also a right. And the statements made by the President and being reinforced by the Chief Justice are really concerning, as the country is being faced with the cadre judges that have led the whole judiciary into state capture. For instance, and to who, without a legal process. I know bail application is a legal process, and there are certain conditions to be satisfied by any lawyer on behalf of the client, and they are argued. After the argument, the judicial officer may offer the bail or may not grant bail. But to say that certain judicial officers are being intimidated by what? And who are those who are intimidating them? Can the Chief Justice tell the country who were the judicial officers who reported that they were being intimidated or forced by lawyers to grant bail to their clients? I think statements such as this one seek to destroy the bad image already the judiciary is in, especially after Justice Baguma denied mandatory bail to General Besigye and the Obedi Lutale just recently. And we want to urge the Chief Justice to resist from making political statements, because they destroy the bad image the judiciary is in the face of bail application. Otherwise, we politicians will force him to think about going back to Agago and face the electorate and come in the political arena, which we don't want, because we give him the honor and decorum he deserves. The second issue which was put on notice, the Independent Electoral Commission. Independent Electoral Commission. And it is in respect to what we put on notice as the population quota. The population quota is the quotient of the numbers in terms of the population divided by the constituencies to get the quotient, the number of people who are supposed to be represented by each of the constituencies. And this one comes 1 year after the population census is done, in order to guide the Electoral Commission to make demarcation for new constituencies based on population numbers in each of the constituencies. This has not been done. If it was done, maybe I was in coma, and we need an explanation. Let me tell you, Article 63(3) of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda stipulates how the constituencies are created. And 63(3) clause 2 stipulates the creation of counties by Parliament. And 63(3) clause 3 reads, subject to clause 2 above, the boundaries of the constituency shall be such that the number of inhabitants in the constituency is as nearly as possible equal to the population quota. The May 2024 population census establishes the total number of citizens, inhabitants in Uganda, where the total population is 45,905,417 people in Uganda. And therefore, on the basis of the constituencies that we have, which is 353, we can establish the number of people that are supposed to be represented in Parliament in each of the constituencies easily. And we can also regionalize it. You will forgive me, this one can take a little bit long, but it is something that you need to know and the country needs to know, because the Electoral Commission either is sleeping on job or they are not doing their job very well. Recently we saw the redemarcation of certain electoral areas, especially for councillors, in some parts of this country, and no explanation was given. No explanation was given to political parties, but somehow we are seeing reorganization of boundaries of electoral areas for councillors in certain parts of the country. How could they deny us an explanation how they are doing it? They need to give an explanation, especially to leaders of political parties. So, as they are doing that, they should have done the same to the constituencies which make Parliament. But without explanation, they are not doing it. Now, to make this point clear, we need to divide, to give you how we are deriving our arguments on the number of constituencies that should be in Uganda. We can also derive how many constituencies need to be abolished so that we save taxpayers' money. We can also derive how many sub-counties that can be formed out of our population, how many parishes can be redemarcated, and how many can be abolished to save taxpayers' money, or money that has gone to ghost parishes in terms of PDF. If you will allow me to read for you, I will go as follows. Uganda region has a population of 11,171,924. Then when we add Kampala, which is 1,797,722. Western region with 11 million, 0.5. Eastern region with 10.8, close. Northern region with 9.9. We shall come to the sum which was made by the Electoral Commission. Now we are doing the Electoral Commission's work such that we know that when you divide this with the number of constituencies that we have, each of the constituencies will have 130 persons, 130,249 per constituency. So this is called the population quota. The Electoral Commission cannot run away from this. The population quota is derived by dividing the total number of people as per census, which is 45 million and above, by the number of constituencies to get 130,249 people. You know, in Uganda, you find the constituency member of parliament representing 4,000 people. In Nansana municipality, you will have a member of parliament representing over 700,000 people. But another one is representing 4,000 in parliament and in the same salary. Why we have this quota is to ensure that the number of people represented in the parliament in each of the constituencies are equal, or close to equal. Or close to equal to that number. And this is a constitutional matter, an obligation to to the Independent Electoral Commission to make those demarcations, and in as much as possible, the numbers in each of the constituencies should be as close as possible to the population quota. Kira municipality alone has about 4 constituencies in one. Nansana. Even Bulekwa South should have even 2 constituencies, which I represent in Parliament, and many others. Now the Electoral Commission should be in position to come out and tell us how are they redemarcating the lower council level representation and fail on the constitution mandate given to them. We have made calculations on the basis of the population quota, and we are seeing that Buganda region should have 99 constituencies, Western region should have 89 constituencies, Eastern region should have 83, and Northern region should have 76 constituencies. And that one, the total of those constituencies will be 348, which is the 5 constituencies less than the constituencies that we have today, the basis of which we never knew. And that will save taxpayers money. And constituency-based funding of 560 million in Emyoga. So 560 million of Emyoga per constituency times 5, you can see, we can save over 2 billion Uganda shillings by doing those calculations and doing the right thing. Even the sub-counties, by the way, if at all we are following a quota system, the sub-county national population quota should be 22,537 people. But how many constituencies have these numbers? I mean, how many sub-counties have those numbers? You find some sub-counties have less numbers. Mr. Ken and Kabaziguruka, would we take the stage to introduce our new members so that the media and the world can know the bold statements made by various people who are getting the confidence?
As the Party Electoral Commission, as you're all aware, the Electoral Commission finally gave the definite timelines for nominations. Earlier on, we had the dates from the 3rd up to the 28th of September. But now, for the LC5 positions, the nomination dates are set for 3rd to 5th of September, which clearly gives us about 2 weeks in which we have to determine our party candidates. So I want to call upon all those who expressed interest for those positions to ensure that we have their papers back by close of this week, that is by Friday this week, because we shall be working through the weekend to determine who the party flag bearers will be, in order to give our candidates at least 1 week in which to prepare and be nominated by the should-be Independent Electoral Commission, but which is not independent by any stretch of imagination. As the chairman has alluded to the fact that they have failed in their duties as enshrined under Article 61 and Article 63 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, on basics such as simply demarcating electoral areas. Article 61 clearly says that the EC will demarcate constituencies. Article 63 goes ahead to give the formula that the EC should use to demarcate constituencies in this country. And his commission to come out clearly and tell this country why they have failed to demarcate constituencies. Previously, they were saying that there was no census that has been conducted. But in the recent past, a census was conducted. However shabby it was. But we have results. We know for sure that it was shabbily conducted. But bottom line is we have a census report, which should have been the basis of demarcating constituencies as we move into the 2026 general election. So Justice Dollo and your commission, please come out and tell this country why you have failed in your mandate. They have failed. So we ask and we want them to come out clearly and tell us why they have failed. So for the other positions, the LC3s, we know we have a bit of time. But the same applies. We call upon new people who picked expression of interest forms to bring them as fast as possible. You now know the dates that the EC has set. We have communicated to you severally using different channels. Please bring back your papers. We are going to start with the LC5s, which we shall do over this weekend, then move to LC4, the mayors of the municipalities, and then to the local Council 3 positions. For the positions of members of parliament, the nomination dates have been extended by almost a month to mid-October. So those ones we still have time. So we encourage many more to come and express interest in contesting for these positions. We will continue to welcome members from other political formations, especially the NRM, those who were disenfranchised by the processes of the apartheid primaries, and those who hitherto thought that they were part of that ruling group that have now realized that they are part of us, the oppressed. We continue to welcome them. As I told the country some time back, we have set up a special table to receive those members, counsel them, because they actually need counseling. You know, it is not very easy realizing overnight that you thought you were, you know, we have to counsel these people, and we are ready. We have Mr. Chifamba Siraji, who is joining us from the JEMA party, the Justice Forum.
Freedom Party!
I believe that all of us here present know who Mr. Chifamba is in the body politics of this country. He has, on occasion, in the last elections, contested for the position of Member of Parliament for Lubaga South. And he was narrowly backing as the PFF. Now that he has joined a team of formidable fighters whose major focus is overturning the status quo, there is no doubt that...
I take this opportunity to hand over this card, 5252, to Mr. Chifamba Siraje, Freedom Fighter. Mr. Chifamba has been in politics.
Jumba, who is joining us from the NRM. Mr.
Sali Farouk Jumba. His father is very well known to me. Honorable Sali Baker, who was member of Parliament of Lugazi Municipality. He has retired and he has given us a son. A very powerful son who was running errands with the father, and we believe he can be a formidable candidate. A formidable candidate for the mayor of that municipality. Jumba, you have got space and the fraternity in the Freedom Party. And it's a powerful institution, an institution of hope that is giving hope to the rest of Ugandans that we can have a Uganda that works for all of us. You are much welcome. Your number is 5238. And here you are as a freedom fighter. May you use some 2 minutes to greet.